So inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces, abstract class, typecasting. These are the most important topics on any object-oriented programming languages. So in this video, we will just get a glimpse of all these topics just to make you comfortable with terminology. We will just see the definition of the topic here. Each topic will be having its own session discussed deeply in our future sessions. For now, just try to remember the names and the purpose of each topic. Inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is a mechanism where a new class is derived from an existing class. So the benefit of inheritance is that the child class doesn't have to redeclare and redefine all the members which it inherits from the parent class. It is therefore a way to reuse code. Suppose we have created a class with some 50 methods. Now we want to create another class of the same type. So instead of creating all these methods again, we can just inherit from them so that all the methods are available in this method. So inheritance enables you to create new class that reuse, extend and modify the behavior that is defined in another class. The class whose members are inherited is also called a base class. And the class that inherits those members is called a derived class. So we derive from a superclass. A derived class can have only one direct base class. Inheritance is transitive. We will be discussing deeper about the inheritance when we go into our practical sessions. For now, just remember what is like inheritance and what is polymorphism, what is abstract class, what is interface used for. Just to give you a glimpse. Now polymorphism. So polymorphism is a Greek meaning having multiple forms. Poly means multi, morphism means forms. This is used in method overriding if you want to extend the functionality of the inherited method. So generally the ability to appear in many forms in object-oriented programming. The polymorphism refers to the programming language stability to process objects differently depending on their data type and class. So more specifically, it is the ability to redefine methods or derived classes. For example, if you take a class shape, and polymorphism enables the programmer to define different area methods for any number of derived classes such as circle, rectangle and triangle. No matter what shape an object is, applying the area method to it will return the correct result. So polymorphism is considered to be a requirement of any true object oriented programming language. So it is multiple forms. The method name is same, but it is used differently in different objects we have created. We will be seeing it later. So interfaces are the one which allows you to multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is possible through interfaces. Interfaces are nothing but they are like classes, but the only thing is here is the methods are only declared, not defined. Like if we have a class, say calculator, we have methods add, multiply, divide, subtraction. All these methods are written are defined and written in the class itself. But in interfaces, they are only declared. Like there will be no functionalities of add, subtraction. These methods will be just defined in the interface. And when we derive from this interface, there we will be defining the methods and implementing the methods. So multiple inheritance is possible. This is just like a empty methods in it. Just the names of the methods will be in the interface. We will be implementing it in the derived classes. So features of interfaces. Interface provides skeleton for the class which implements it. Methods are not implemented. You cannot create an object for interface. You can use it as a reference for a class which it implements. So this is all about interface. Now abstract. See, abstract class is no difference from the interfaces. The only difference is that an interface contains just a definition, no implementation of the methods. But in abstract class, we can have both the definition and implementation. There will be some methods which have no implementation and some methods with which are implemented. So the abstract class is defined as abstract. You cannot create object of an abstract class as in the interfaces. If any method of a class is abstract, then the class should be defined as an abstract. Abstract class cannot be final. That means it can be inherited. Final means it cannot be inherited. That is the final class. So because abstract class can be inherited, it is not the final one. It cannot be a final. If all the methods of a class is not abstract, then can we define a class as a abstract? Yes, of course. When we will be defining an abstract class, when there is no method of a class is abstract, we will be seeing in our example. So this is all about the abstract class. The only difference between the interface and the abstract is an interface contains no implementation, just the definition. An abstract class contains both definition and implementation. Now typecasting. There are two types of casting. One is narrow casting, one is widening casting. So narrow casting allows to use redefined methods and inherited component of superclass. So example is body, which using this casting because it can make multiple implementation in interface for class. And second is widening casting, which lets use redefined methods inherited as well new component of subclass. So because when we inherit a class from a superclass and return the methods inside it, creating the object of the derived class, and if you want to call the method of the superclass, we will be using narrow casting. And if we create an object of the superclass and want to call the method of the derived class, then we will be using widening casting. This we will be exclusively this we will be discussing in our future sessions. So for now that's it. This is just for making you comfortable with the terminology. Each topic will be having its own session and will be discussed deeply. For now, just try to remember the names and just try to understand the purpose. So that's it for now. Thank you.